with louisemckayart and welcome to my channel. And today I'm doing another jar lid. Here it is, just a basic jar lid from the Dollar Tree jar. And this is exciting to me and should be to you if you're interested in learning jar lids, because this turned into a 4-part jar lid creation private all-in-one tutorial where I've got 4 different style jars. Like this one, I've got canisters, I've got the snap-on Dollar Tree air-sealed one, and I've got the large screw top from Dollar Tree as well. So I've got 4 different styles, and I'm taking you from start where I show you how and where I tape off. Each is a little different, and what I'm going to do in that private tutorial is I'm going to show you every step from start to finish so that you can create your own jars for yourself as either gifts to sell or for yourself. So here is the little jar I'm working on. After this, I'll show you the resin if you stick with me for the all-in-one tutorial. For this tutorial though, here we go. We've got this pillow, which is 6011N. Gotta put it on here. Now, if you look at my playlist for my jars, you'll see I do have a lot of tutorials. A lot of really good tutorials, but this tutorial I'm putting together is what I'm calling, like I do with the other ones, with the clock, the clock, the yo-yo, and the coasters. I'm calling it an all-in-one because it is quite literally an all-in-one tutorial where you just have to sit back, watch the tutorial, take notes, learn, and you'll be able to make your own this weekend. So right now I'm just spreading out the paint. I want to get it around all sides, including the stubborn side right here. But I've got plenty of paint, so I don't need to put any more down. You want to make sure it's all covered. And make sure it's centered. So for this jar lid and one of the other ones that's just a flat, larger, I'll put an inset. I'm doing these two with the same color palette. And for all of the jars, I've got a similar color palette in terms of I've got this color and the gold continuous through each of the 4 types. So it makes it look more like a set, even though it's not really, because there's different color palettes here. So this is going to give me bubbles because I've already seen it in the first one. I just mixed this up. This paint is Artist Loft Metallic Blue, and this paint is from literally a year and a half ago. I've had it sealed up. It was a little thick. I just want to use it up. So I add a little bit of water to it. But this here is some old paint. Now for something small like this, I'm not worried about it because it's small and I'll be able to blow this out. But this is thick. Normally I go for about a 2 to 3 second trace. This is about a 5-second trace. Next color, TLP Zeus with Glidden's Copper, which I have never used this until this creation type series, and I don't use Zeus very much. So I got them combined into this guy. Beautiful color. Beautiful. Lay down a lot of that Zeus because it's so pretty. Next color, gold. 24 karat by Extreme Sheen and iridescent gold by Glidden. Here we go. This gold and that Zeus color are continuous, like I've mentioned. So these will all look like they belong together, like they're in the family, like they're cousins, you know? not sisters or brothers, like a same color palette would be, but like they're related. Iridescent silver. Now I'm going to throw in here, while I'm doing nothing except for putting down paint, I want to let you know that you should check out my playlists, where I have a lot of different playlists for functional art, from coasters, clocks, jars, like this, lazysusan, charcuterie boards, ornaments, yo-yos, all kinds of stuff. And if you're new here, welcome. I hope you subscribe. And if you are a frequent flyer, thank you so much for being back. A little off-kilter. Let me pick this up. There's something wrong with the way this is seating. By the way, I have a really good tutorial of how I have my spinner set up. It's video 230. I'll link it above. I call it no flying coasters, but it makes it a lot easier for keeping your coasters down and also picking them up when you're done with the creation. I've got a lot of paint down here. Really good video. It's only like 3 minutes, but it shows you exactly how I have my setup here, if you wanted to replicate it. This paint, a lot of this is fairly recently mixed, so it's really spreading out, except for that first color. All this outside paint will probably blow right off, so I'm going to stop with that. That was Amsterdam's Prussian blue. Cell activator. I got a good video of 141 American Floetrol cell activator. I show you what the ingredients are, and I show you how I make it. And I make it in front of you, and it's measured in grams, so there's really precise measurements for it. Amsterdam's titanium white and oxide black. And we're going to blow. We're going to see what we get. Here we go. All right, everyone, you've probably heard the spiel before, but I'm blowing straight down into that cell activator to get it to form that little circle you see. And then I aim my blow right where the white cell activator meets the paints. And I blow it out to get the composition. I'm going to refer you to video 419. I'll link it above. It's called The Art of the Blow. It shows you how to find your blow in the first place with a little cheat, and then how speed and angle affect how the composition blows out. There's really some technique to it. It's worth watching. I have a lot of paint down. All I'm doing here is just blowing out some of the cell activator with a straw to get it to stretch out a little bit and hopefully get those colors underneath to push through. And I've never mentioned this before, but if you have family or friends or artist friends of yours and you think any of my videos will be helpful, please refer them. Share my videos. I'd appreciate that. All right. This is all going to blow off. Got my extra paint container here for my scrap paint on my regular coasters, because there's nothing wrong with this paint. It just gets a little thick, but on coasters it's fine. Just like it is on ornaments and yo-yos, which is what I like to use it on. Don't like that. I got too much cell activator there. I'm gonna move this guy over here. Hopefully I'll spin that guy off. Let it go a little longer. And I'm going to start putting things away, because after this, I am done for the day. Yeah, if you think my regular tutorials are full of information, the private ones are, I mean, there's no stone unturned. And if there is a stone unturned and you don't get something, you can always reach out to me. Because like with everything, I will make myself available to answer your questions, like I always do. I always try to be as responsive as possible. Yeah, I used this paint back when I was at Kathleen's in Fort Myers, Florida, back in January of 2020. 5. It's been a long time. All right, now I'm going to push it the other way. Actually center it up a little bit. There we go. I really like to get that cell activator off the edge. Sometimes you just gotta coax it along. And you keep spinning until you're pretty certain you got most of the paint off. You want to only leave enough on there so that it's going to dry nicely. This is really pretty. And this is just a slapped together color palette, just with what I had left over, except for the silver, which I just made today because I didn't have any. So I'm just going to lift this up and show you guys right where we are here. Oh. So everyone, that's a wrap, and here are the 2 results for the 2 different screw top jar lids. And as always, I share the final resin results, and this is the only video I have because these jars are already gone, but just wanted to show you all of them. These are all part of that full tutorial. Here, of course, are the ones that we just created today, and then the last are the hinged top jars. So if you want that private tutorial that shows you 4 different creation types and all of my brain power of what I've learned over the years, just email me. My email's in the description. And just so you know, I do resin these all with KS Resin Liquid Stone. I have listed in my description what item I use, and you get a 10% discount code if you want to use it to purchase your own. And if you do use a discount code, KS Resin gives me 5% credit toward my future purchases, so it really helps me out as well. So I think with all that said, that's all I have for now, everybody. Take care. Till next time.